Hey everyone, Viv here. I'll be talking about the Misfortune Sport pick that we saw at the semifinals from Rocks Tigers against SK Telecom. First, let's talk a little bit about what she provides to the team, what she can do, and how is she supposed to work, right? First, she is a support counter for Zarya. As you can see, Zarya has been like one of the most dominant picks in the World Championship already. She's like the best support, or she was the best support until teams like find a way to exploit the champion or a counter basically. In Misfortune, I think Misfortune is the best champion that you can play against Zarya. You can use your E, make it rain to immediately kill Zarya plants, like they're to hit um, minions basically. You can throw the E, and then after 1 second, basically, they're immediately dead. Also, Zarya is really strong trading in the lane, but if she doesn't have the plans to rely on, she's not good in the laning phase. You can, in fact, use her plans to proc your double up from Misfortune. You can use one of the plans, throw your Q, and then immediately deal the double damage, right? And the best thing about the Misfortune is that outranges Sarah so much. You can use your E from the distance. Sarah cannot use her E nor her ultimate, so she doesn't have disengage against the Misfortune because you're able to use your E from really, really far, and she shouldn't be able to use her E or ult, and then she's immediately dead, right? Um, Here, let's see the replay and let's see how the Zarya is really weak against hard engage basically, or really long range engage basically. First, immediately when as soon as the prey gets level 6, he's gonna throw the arrow. That guarantees that Zarya won't be able to use her flash immediately, because as soon as he gets level 6 with the cannon, he's gonna throw the arrow. Look at this. He's waiting for the arrow. Look, boom. Now Zarya can't do anything here because she should be able to flash if she has time to react to it. But as soon as the guy reached level 6, he threw the arrow. So that guarantees that Zarya is already slow and dead, right? It's really easy to kill the Zarya. And then if we go um, to I think it's this point. Yeah, look at this. Now Zarya doesn't have flash, so it's really easy to get her again. And look at the range. Zarya can't use her disengage, right? She shoot the E at the Ash already, but she was already dead. It's really hard for her to disengage that. Even with ult, I don't think that Zarya should survive that. It's really hard for her to disengage when she doesn't have, when basically she gets outranged. And the last replay will be this. Um, as you can see here, then again, it's really hard for her to survive. She doesn't have flash again. Look at how far the Misfortune is shooting her. Like Sarah can't use her E here or her ult because basically her E reaches like here. Her ult is in front of her basically. She can zone a little bit the Ash maybe by throwing her E here and her ult here if she had the ult, right? But so like just with one auto, as you can see here, it's dead. So it's really easily made from them. It's really easy to get into the Zarya and to kill here. So there's a lot of things that we can keep talking, about gameplay and whatever. But now I'm gonna show you a little bit more about what basically GorillA had from Runes Masteries, Order Bells, and whatever, so that you can see how you can play the Misfortune if you want to try it out. First, Runes and Masteries, we have the 2 points in armor and the 9 glyphs of health. These glyphs, seals of health, or yellows, whatever, 9 yellows of health. We have these two because since armor got nerfed here and the yellow thingies, generally you want health here, and armor from 2 quints it's enough. So you you have to sacrifice a little bit, but you have this. Then you have AP from the other quint and 9 glyphs of AP. That makes so that you have AP, right? Misfortune works really well with AP. And then we have hybrid penetration from Reds. That is really good because you're like a hybrid champion, so you really abuse the fact that you have the hybrid penetration. And then we have Thunderlords is the thing that you want on support Misfortune all the time because you can proc Thunderlords really easily. Then you have 12 points in resolve so that you are harder to kill. You have a lot more of survivability with this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we have the order of the ability order. We have Make It Rain first because it's your best ability. And then we have Strut because you want to have more mobility in order for you to rotate since you are a support, right? You should be able to rotate quicker. And at the end, you have the double up. Therefore, items you really want the Spell Thief's Edge because if you're able to use your E in lane, you should be able to proc all the stacks all at once. So it's really strong. Then we have Boots of Swiftness, which is a really good item for Misfortune in general, and Executioner's Calling. With this, you proc with your ult, your E, you should be able to deal a lot of AoE damage and also proc the Grievous wounds in a lot of people. Same with Black Cleaver. What you want with Misfortune is to have the Mortal Reminder first and then Black Cleaver. This not only gives you damage, but also you're providing utility in team fights once you get the, the Grievous wounds, the shred from the Black Cleaver into everyone in a team fight. Once you throw your ultimate, your E, and so on. The main difference that I found from GorillA and Core JJ was the Mastery 3. Core JJ is using a more aggressive Mastery 3 basically. He's running Sorcery. Natural Talent is really good because you get both AD and AP, and also Oppressor because you throw your slow basically, and then you throw your ult, and your ult deals a lot more damage. But this makes you easier to kill, so gives you less survivability, but I guess that you can run this if you have a little bit of disengage in your team or if you don't care that much about dying. So if the enemy team doesn't have like a lot of engage, that should be an option. And the summoner spell, he decided to use exhaust instead of the ignite. I think that is because they had a cannon in the enemy team, so that is necessary in my opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All I wanted to talk about the misfortune pick. I hope that you learned something and see you later.